What's happening? I'm Ironman from the music group The Lottery Showtime Records, and thanks to Clint Capella, he said he wanted the Golden State Warriors, and you got it, my friend. We are talking about these Houston Rockets versus the defending back-to-back world champion Golden State Warriors. Game 1 in the semifinals in the Western Conference, and what a game it was. I'm not mad, I'm not hating on Clint Capella because he was overcoming a respiratory infection, or several of them that they said he had, but he said he was looking forward to playing them. I'm not mad at him, of course. You got a bad taste in your mouth from last year when Chris Paul got injured. Andre Iguodala, no one talks about that very much, but he wasn't playing either. They said, man, we had Chris Paul and we would have won. Y'all got y'all shot. And what happened? Look at this. Man, if you like unbiased content videos about the NBA, sports in general, entertainment, current events with no hidden agenda from a unique perspective, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you're alerted every time there's a brand new video. Now, I am a lifelong Laker, and since I was born and raised in Cleveland, Houston, Texas, I represent these Houston Rockets whenever they play in the purple and gold. But I don't let that sway my commentary about the games. I give it to you straight with no chaser, unbiased as it can get. Now, Clint Capella, you got your whiz. Chris Paul, he was ready to play. CP3, as they call him, the point guard, he was ready to play. James Harden was ready. He was in effect. They had time to rest after putting out the Utah Jazz in the first round. So everything everything fell right into place. And what happened? They lost that game in Oracle Arena. I don't know about this guy. I don't know why they wanted Andre Iguodala. They don't want no parts. He looked very spry. He looked like he was up for the task, and his defense was on point for most of the game. It was a very sloppy game on both sides. Neither of them really shot very well. I mean, the Golden State Warriors, they ended up shooting about 50%. The Rockets shot like 40%, which is definitely 41%. Definitely not good. But it was an even close battle throughout because the Golden State Warriors, I think they got really punched up, really taken to by them dogs, Montrezl Harrell, and man, it's got Patrick Beverly and Lou Williams, reigning sixth man of the year. I mean, I don't know if they had enough time to recover from that grueling series, even though it didn't actually go 7 games. It felt like it did, while the Rockets had time to rest up, so they were just turning the ball over, which they tend to do sometimes, get very lackadaisical. I mean, KD, Kevin Durant, this guy right here, I mean, he had like 6 turnovers. He was giving the damn ball away. But what can I tell you about this? I know everybody was talking about the big elephant in the room, about talking about the referees. I'm gonna get to that in just a second. But think about this, man, they really could have used Austin Rivers. I mean, this guy, he was sick. I mean, because James Harden was struggling. I mean, Chris Paul wasn't like legendary Hall of Famer Chris Paul. They could have definitely used some time out, some rest on the bench with Austin Rivers coming in to give them some rest. But he was under the weather. Somebody get that man some Vicks Vapor Rub, you know what I'm saying? But other than that, Gary Clark, who they signed, they got rid of Carmelo Anthony because he just can't do anything. That's what they said. Dan Tony said he's a player. Gary Clark is a player. He's a player. Got DNP, CD, did not play, coach's decision. Wow. Got rid of Carmelo Anthony. At the end of the game, didn't Kevin Durant, didn't he close it out by going into the post and doing a bunch of turnarounds? Even did the one-legged dirt fadeaway. Couldn't Carmelo Anthony do that on the same thing on the other end? Instead of these step back, side steps, contested three-point shots that were not falling. But that's neither here nor there. Didn't they have this guy called the Manimal? Why were they playing Nene Alario? Why were they playing this guy? Like 37, 30, I don't know how old he is, but man, he really didn't provide. He had a couple of buckets, but he was just too slow in his pick and roll. They just picked him apart every single time. That was excellent coaching by Steve Kerr. Find this guy, he is the weak link on defense. I just don't understand. Why did they not play Ken Free? Why didn't he get no minutes? Why did he not play? Why is he on the team and not playing? I mean, he's very mobile. He could have a spark, a surge off the bench, something. That's more great coaching or lack thereof from Mike, Dan, Tony. I'm telling you, this guy can only take you so far. He just relies on superstar point guards to get you there, and y'all got to do it because I ain't got nothing else for you. Just put the ball in their hands and let them be great. That's great during the regular season, but during the playoffs, better coaching minds, they stand out because I got a whole week to prepare for you. I got time to look at you and tape. It's like, oh, James Harden's only one scorer. Let's just double team him at the end of the game. Let's just double team, get the ball out of his hands, and nobody else can do anything because they have been shooting the whole entire damn game. It's ridiculous. I told y'all about that. No, if we had Chris Paul. Well, y'all had Chris Paul today. Oh, man, I'm trying to represent these Houston Rockets, but dang, coming to Mike D'Antoni, he is not helping me out at all. I mean, I feel bad for Houston fans because, I mean, y'all got the components, y'all got the pieces, y'all just didn't play them. Didn't play Gary Clark. I mean, didn't play Kenneth Farid. Doesn't make no sense whatsoever. I can understand if Nene was scoring 15, 20, 25 points a game. We got to give him more. No, it didn't make any sense at all. Oh man, Draymond Green damn near had a triple-double, had like 14 points, 9 rebounds, 9 assists. He was turning the ball over too, but that's production. I mean, so he had a lot of energy today. I mean, they say he lost like 24 pounds in the last few months of the season because he was overweight during the regular part of the season. I mean, oh man, it's just, oh look, okay, let's go. That's okay. Let's go ahead and talk about these fouls. The referees, listen. They've been calling those calls, just stepping. When someone goes up for the shot, you got to give them a space to land. And usually early during the season, man, they were calling. People were stepping in underneath of them because of that Kawhi Leonard when he got injured against the Warriors. The emphasis on calling the rule in that play is because of cheap shot, Zaza to cheap shot. This guy right here, shout out to that guy after stepping underneath. This guy kept Kawhi Leonard the claw and just ruining the series for the San Antonio Spurs when he was there. But that's the reason they were calling it. They did not call it a bunch of times during this game. And I know it was like 4 clear times that it really looked like they were stepping underneath. There's also another rule called an unnatural basketball play. That's when you do something unnatural to the game of basketball and you expect to get away with it. I mean, just like you jump up like this and then kick your legs out to the side. That's not a natural basketball move. So I know a lot of times these guys are going up for the regular jump shot and then just kicking their legs out into the defender, even though the defender is moving forward. That's an unnatural basketball move. So on a couple of those, it looked like that was the case, so it was a good no call. But a couple of times, this should definitely have been called. I mean, these were clear fouls. It didn't look like James Harden stuck his feet out or anything like that, anything more than usual. I mean, so those definitely should have been called, and they should have been flagrant calls because that's the way they're calling it now because it's an extremely dangerous play, you know. So that would have been a problem. But hey, but while they went like, there was a couple of times, you know, Steph Curry and somebody, Klay Thompson, when they went up for shots, and it looked like someone came underneath them as well. So it was on both sides. But let's just give it to him. There was like 4 times. Let's just take that off of his shot chart for James Harden, who was terrible. He shot like 32% from the field. 32% from the field. 32%. Good to very good players shoot above 45%. 45, 46, 47. Great players shoot 47 to 50%. Those are the great players. You know, I'm not talking about centers who just get dunks I'm talking about guards and forwards. This guy shot like 32%. If you take away those four misses and just take those off the shot clock, off his shot chart, that means he shot like 37.5%. That's still outrageous. That's why I don't like covering the Rockets, because this style of basketball, they're like, oh, but they're winning. It's only good for winning, and during the regular season, it's going to get burnt out. I've been telling y'all been talking about I've been hating. I'm not hating. I'm just telling like a T.I. is. That's all I'm doing. This guy shot like 28 times. Jesus Christ. He only made like 9 of them, like 28 times. So he was just gunning. He was just gunning. Look at Chris Paul's getting $35 effing million. $35 million, and he only shot 9 times. 9 times, like the last 3 minutes of the game. The point guard, one of the greatest point guard basketball players of all time, didn't even take a shot. He wasn't orchestrating no offense, no nothing. He just went stood in the corner and let James Harden dribble, step back between the leg and all that nonsense over and over again. What was he doing? And I'm not even mad at him, even though he's supposed to be a great player. What was D'Antoni doing? No coaching. There was no coaching. Steve Kerr said, we're not worried about James Harden taking those 3-point shots. Where's Daryl Morey? Can somebody please tag Daryl Morey and get this video to him? Because if I'm not mistaken, he said that James Harden was the greatest offensive player of all time. And all this other, I'm like, wow. Better than MJ? Are you serious? Better than Carmelo Anthony in his prime? Better than KD? Better than Kobe? Better than Michael Jeffrey, James Jordan? Better than Wilt Chamberlain? I'm like, what, really? I mean, is that what we're doing here? Is that what we're doing? Wow, where was he? Was he shooting 9 for 28? That's what he was doing. That was out. Wow. And listen, I told y'all last year. Why? You know what? But before I get to that, I can't even blame James Harden. I can't even blame Chris Paul because.
Let's look at the quality of shots that both teams are getting. Daniel House goes out on back-to-back MVP, Stephen Curry goes right by him. And you see Nene down there, he didn't even go over to contest. But see, you go down the other way, Eric Gordon has to go 1-on-3 and make the incredible layup. You see how, look how easy this is. Pass it down to KD. I'm going to shoot right over CP3 because he's a foot shorter than I am. This is easy basketball. I mean, you don't have to be super great and fantastic to see that he's taller than him. And look at that, just pushing the ball up the court, passes the look at they're getting layups, dunks. You see how easy that is? Now look at it, man, this guy, oh my God. Now look at this. Now look at the shot they get. Eric Gordon, he's got to shoot from 28 feet with a hand in his face. That's the quality of shot that they're getting. Look at this. I'm just going to take it right down over here and shoot right over James Harden like he's not even there. Now look at this. He's got to go behind the back. And look at this super difficult shot. Now he got the foul called on that play, but he did push off. And, Klay Thompson was hand checking, so he should have called it anyway. I don't know why he was mad they got the foul. Look at this. Got the screen and roll. Got the mismatch. Knocked down. Bottom of the net. Nene cannot guard that guy. They said, we're not going to switch. They said, we're going to switch because we're going to try to keep KD from coming over here in the post. He recognized that. Easy shot. Easy move. Look at this. I got to go through the people. Oh, the only reason he got to the lane is because they just let him have it. They didn't want him to have a three-pointer to be able to try to tie the game up or make it even closer than it needs to be. But look at this. Super difficult shot. I got to dribble. Push off. Now, everybody was complaining that was a foul. It was not a foul. He stuck his legs out a la Reggie Miller. Then CP3 gets thrown out the game, another tech, because he's cantankerous. You see, the problem with the Rockets is they have 2 of the greatest guards of all time, and they can only get Clint Capella, their fledgling star center, 2 shots for the game, while James Harden took like 28 shots. That's the problem with the Rockets.
Like I said, they weren't running any offense. Steve Kerr, on the other hand, he said, hey, we've got a mismatch with Nene in the game. So we're gonna keep setting screens until we get Durant down in the post on a short player so he can just turn around and just shoot right over them like they don't even exist. He don't even see them. He just got to just turn around and shoot, which is exactly what you're supposed to do. Or if they don't switch and they leave Nene on Steph Curry, he was like, oh, barbecue chicken. He just went through the last couple of times. He went over there, crossed over with the left, came down and knocked down that 3 and just started talking crap like he'd been on fire the whole game. But that's what he did. He recognized that's good offense. That's smart. That's high basketball IQ. What are they doing down here? They just give the ball to James Harden. Everybody just stand in the corner. Everybody just stand and hopefully he passes it to you. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Can they still come back and win this series? Sure they can. Sure they can, because like I said, the Warriors didn't shoot very great, but they shot a little bit better than the Rockets. That was enough, and their turnovers kept it close. But the Rockets, man, wow. Now they're like, referees. I mean, listen. Listen. You live by the three and you die by the three. They shot like 47 three-pointers. What the? What? What did you say? That is beyond outrageous. 47 three-pointers. 47 three-pointers? And they only hit at about 29, almost 30%. That is beyond outrageous. 47, that's like more than half of the shots they took for the game. They took 47, they were just brick. It was a brick fest. They were building houses, apartment complexes over there. It was outrageous. And they just kept chunking them up because Mike D'Antoni doesn't know any other way. As a matter of fact, this guy James Harden, he took 16 three-pointers by him. 16 three-pointers by himself. The Golden State, the starters, those 5 guys, they only took like 21 three-pointers amongst themselves. 5 guys. Well, we're not talking about some non-shooting jokers. We're talking about the greatest shooters of all time. Kevin Durant, Klay Thompson, Steph Curry, combined they only shot like 21 threes, and James Harden shot 16 by himself. Those are the reasons why they lost. Well, the referee. You shot 47 three-pointers. They shot less than 30%. That's outrageous. Get on. But before you go, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you're alerted every time there's a brand new video. So the guys announcing the game, Mike Breen and Doris Burke, sideline reporter and great basketball mind in her own right, they used the word cantankerous. They used this word I heard it about 4 times during the broadcast. And what's so significant about that is that I haven't heard that word but maybe 4 times in the other part of my entire life. Maybe I've heard that word 4 other times, but I heard it 4 times in one basketball broadcast. It means argumentative. It means uncooperative and bad tempered. Yes, we're learning something here, just my views on life, and I say it was an excellent word usage because that's why Chris Paul CP3, the point guard, got tossed. They said go get on out of here, even though it was at the end of the game, because he was very argumentative, very bad tempered, and extremely uncooperative. Let's go. I'm Ironman from the music group The Lottery, Showtime Records. Holla.